is John Colo with GrowingYourGreens.com. Today, another exciting episode for you, and we're here in my backyard garden today, and I got a special visitor to my garden, Jake Mace. He has a YouTube channel, a Vegan Athlete, where actually he teaches desert gardening there to you guys. Actually, I've been on Jake's show, he's been on my show, he's been to my garden, I filmed, I've been to his garden, filmed. We're good buddies.
You've done martial arts on my
yeah, and
channel.
I broke boards and stuff. You know, he taught me how to use my strength.
Focus your mind.
Focus, yeah, very important. But yeah, he also has a really popular kung fu martial arts channel on YouTube, actually. But anyways, we're not here to talk about martial arts or any of this stuff. What we're here to talk about is a topic that's very important to me, also to Jake, but Jake's a living example of this happening. You know, as much as I teach you guys about gardening, I really want you guys, and I want to teach you guys how to eat healthier. You know, there's so much processed foods, junk foods, and people are eating animal foods in excess, and people are overweight, and my brother was labeled clinically obese by his doctor, and 60-70% of people are like overweight, and including gardeners. And this frustrates me a lot because as you guys that grow your own food, we guys should be eating the food that we grow. And you know, if you're eating a proper diet, healthy, balanced diet, you know, you're gonna maintain a healthy weight like I've done for the last 21 years now. And you know, it hasn't been always this way for Jake because Jake came from a processed junk food diet like many of you guys may still be eating, and eating, you know, scant amounts of vegetables here and there. I mean, I want you guys to have a fruit and vegetable centric diet. So we're here with Jake today, who's actually become ripped, lean, and mean. Well, he's pretty nice. You know, and low body fat. And show me your muscles, Jake.
Are you hitting on me?
Oh, Jake. Jake. Be nice to me, Jake.
You know, I've been vegan 15 years, and I'm trying to put on athleticism with a vegan diet. So I'm like 6'1", 195 pounds.
Yeah.
And I stay around, you know, around 10% body fat most of the time.
Now, it's just not because he's vegan or whatever word you want to put on it. It's because he's eating whole, real food, including a lot of the food he grows out of his garden, his fruits and vegetables. And that's what really, because you could eat vegan junk food all day, and so I don't want to even, you know, say that you guys should be vegan. I want to say you guys should eat fruits and vegetables as a basis of your diet, whether you eat vegan, whether you eat, you know, omnivorous, whether you eat carnivorous, I don't care. You want to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. These are the best foods on the planet. And we're going to share with you guys today the top 5 ways that Jake has been able to lose weight, get lean, get healthier by eating more food out of his garden, because I know all you guys have a garden, right? And if you don't, check my other videos. I'll show you guys how to grow your own food. So Jake, what are the top 5 ways you've been using the food out of your garden to get lean and fit, to eat more food out of your garden instead of that processed junk foods, you know, that you had ate formerly? Oh, and why don't we go into, like, before you started gardening and eating the fresh foods, fruits and vegetables, you know, how was your performance in athletics? What was your weight like? What was your strength? How was your recovery? All this kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, you know, before we get started with that, 2 things. So one, I can tell you how many gardening workshops I go to where people grow incredible gardens, and then when the workshop's over, they all go eat McDonald's. It's very common.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They should have kale chips and green smoothies and fresh juices and, you know, platters of radish chips with guacamole.
Yeah, that'd be great. Exactly. And when I went vegan, I was 19 years old, and I'm 34 now, so I've been vegan 15 years. And but when I first went vegan, I was the only person I knew who was vegan besides my martial art teachers who inspired me to be vegan. So I went to China to study abroad and study Mandarin Chinese for a semester. When I came back, I decided to go vegan for a month like my teachers and try it out. I just never went back. And I felt like after 1 week of being vegan, I felt like at any moment I was going to have a heart attack or something's going to happen, because I was very much into, like, I was very healthy in terms of what, in my mind, like 5 glasses of milk a day. I never drank alcohol. 5 glasses of milk, lean chicken, lots of fish, and so I was, but also a lot of desserts like Snickers bars and all kinds of stuff, because I was pretty athletic and I was 19, so I could eat whatever I wanted and just go to the gym and I was fine. But vegan kind of started me rethinking my diet, and at first I was vegan, but if it was a dessert or if it was a processed vegan food, I was going to eat it. So if it was vegan cake or vegan cupcakes or vegan smoothies or vegan shakes or vegan meat or anything, I was going to eat it. But nowadays, since I've been in my late 20s, early 30s, I've been trying to be a more real vegan, which is like eating real foods in their natural states, especially out of my garden. And I tell people that growing the food in my garden has been one of the keys for me eating a healthier vegan diet, because I'm not willing to let my hard work go to waste, you know? So I'm going to eat the kale, I'm going to eat the loquats, I'm going to eat the figs that are in my garden, and or eat the bananas. We grow banana palms in Phoenix, and I then have less room for those vegan processed foods.
Right. So before you started gardening, you know, you would eat a lot of processed foods. And what was your health like? What was your weight like? What was your, your strength like, and the recovery and all that stuff?
You know, to be honest, I still had like some acne. So I didn't have acne all growing up, and when I got to be about 19, 20, I started getting some acne stuff in my skin. And going vegan didn't really help me that much because I was still eating a lot of man-made junk, you know. But that's what my whole circle of vegan friends were that way. They were just into helping animals and saving resources and helping the planet and trying to encourage others to go vegan. So if it was vegan, they would eat it no matter what it was. So I've kind of I'm not really involved with them anymore, and so I have kind of decided to surround myself with people who are more into an organic, real food type of vegan, more of the raw vegan. Even though I'm not raw 100% of the time, it's not for lack of trying, you know what I mean? I do think the raw diet's great, and I try to be raw. At least half of my food and my breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks are raw, especially in the dessert category. If I can cut out all desserts and all snacks and instead do figs and mamey sapotes and frozen banana ice cream made at home in my blender, coconut water, things like that, that satisfies my sweet tooth.
Awesome. So I was trying to get back to when you ate processed foods, like what was your health like? What was your weight like? You know, what was your recovery and your stamina and all this kind of stuff like?
So when I first went vegan, I was 19. I was only about 165 pounds and about 6 feet tall. So now I'm 6'1", and I fluctuate between 195 and 200. So I've gained 35, 40 pounds since I've been vegan. And nowadays, I'm 34. It's easier than ever for me to keep the muscle mass on my body when I eat healthier vegan. So like for me, for instance, if I go into my garden, you guys will see my garden on the Vegan Athlete YouTube channel, and I pick a great kale salad with some kale chips, and I make, a homemade raw, peanut, sesame, Asian dressing, that's raw. Put it on there with some fruit, raisins and orange slices, okay? And then I hit the gym. I will be infinitely more ripped the next day than if I eat like a tofurkey hot dog with like a Boca burger. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the Boca burger and the tofurkey hot dog and the bread and the veganese, these kind of things are delicious, and they're vegan, but they have a lot of fat and they have a lot of calories, and every year I get older, it's harder for me to work off that food. So if I eat the lean foods, salad form, stir-fry form, really healthy smoothies right out of the garden, things like that, my workouts go better. I can lift more weight, I find. I can recover a lot faster. I don't get as sore, but I can lift more. And I keep my physique more consistently, plus my skin and my eyes look infinitely cleaner and healthier.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, this is how I've been able to keep my physique without going to the gym.
Ow, that hurt my hand.
Yeah.
It's hot.
And I don't work out except in my garden. Many people comment on for my size, my strength to body weight ratio, or weight to body weight, whatever it is way higher just because I'm more lean and because I'm eating the best foods on the planet. I don't want to waste my time with processed vegan crap, and I don't want you guys to waste your time with processed vegan crap. Sorry, Jake. Or even just processed non-vegan crap. You got to stop the processed foods. Get those out of your diet, and I know it can be hard. So Jake, now let's get into the top 5 ways to eat more out of your garden, motivations you've had to eat out of your garden instead of buying processed vegan crap, or, well, you don't eat processed non-vegan crap or more animal foods, right? I want you guys, once again, eat more fruits and vegetables. So Jake, how have you been able to do this and have the motivation to do this? Top 5.
Number 1, it saves you money.
Yeah.
Okay? The money. I first started gardening at home to take my food budget down because I'm teaching 5-6 classes a day in the martial arts, and I burn through food like crazy. So I had to do something to keep my food budget down, which was grow a garden, plant some fruit trees. So when I'm eating it out of my home, I'm growing and providing food for myself infinitely cheaper. Plus, in year 2, 3, 4, 5, it's way cheaper because my own seeds are germinating and my soil gets better and my food gets more abundant. So saving money, growing it at home, that's it.
What percentage of money have you saved, do you calculate?
Easily half.
So save 50% of the money you're spending on food that's going down the drain. If you invested in your garden, you could have food for life. Literally, you build the soil and your soil is good. You could keep growing stuff. I mean, I got tree collards here. I got like drew some artichokes here. I got onions over here. I got sorrel over there. Got all kinds of crazy stuff. So second way that he was motivated and able to eat more out of his garden, number 2.
Fruit trees. I have a third of an acre in the Phoenix area. It's similar to Vegas climate, but I'm growing over 220 fruit trees so far. The fruit trees are great because every year they get more mature, they produce more food. Okay, so first year, very hard to create the infrastructure. Dig the holes, plant the trees, pay for the trees. But second year, third year, fourth year, the trees do the work and you just reap the benefits of the fruit.
Awesome. So now he's eating more fruit because of his fruit trees, because like the fruit will either drop on the ground and rot and compost, maybe vermin and bugs and whatever will get it, or he's gonna eat it. And
like for instance, right now, apricot season.
You should have brought me some, man.
Oh shit! I already ate them all. But I ate all the apricots. I froze half the apricots in my freezer, and then I save all the pits of the apricots, and I eat the kernel on the inside for the all-natural cancer-fighting properties of the apricot kernel.
Yeah, the Laetril or the B17 they call it.
Yep.
Yeah, excellent, Jake. So regarding the fruit trees, like any tips for growing certain ones? For example?
I would say, especially in the Vegas, Phoenix area, like a fruiting mulberry,
yeah, or
a fruiting carob, or even banana plums do well, or just any kind of stone fruit, peaches, plums, apricots, pluaries, pluots, pecotums, pomegranate, things like that, and figs. Figs are one of my favorite things, and they grow great in the Sonoran Desert.
So why are you motivated to eat your fruit so much? Because you got to start talking about your apricots. You got so excited rather than the stuff like at the store. Like you could just buy apricots if you wanted to eat them.
No, because they don't taste the same. Because my apricots, they leave the tree at the peak of ripeness and they go into my mouth, into my belly, and become my muscles and skin. You know. Plus, I have over 200 fruit trees now, which you guys can see at my channel. And every one ripens at a different time of the year. So every week there's something else ripening. Even within like mulberries or stone fruits, you have different varieties of those trees. So that one week it's Pakistani mulberry, the next week it's Peruvian, next week it's everbearing, next week it's Shangri-La. And my hands were stained purple all last month from mulberries. So
that's
fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, so the other thing, when you're growing fruit trees or growing vegetables, you're going to eat seasonally and have a big rotation of variety. This is very important for your health.
Before I was growing at home, I didn't even know what fruits were blooming during what season. Because watermelons are in the store
almost all year round. Yeah.
So I've learned about the seasons by gardening.
That's awesome. All right, Jake, so that's number 2. How about number 3?
Number 3, preserving the food that comes from my yard, okay? And in these forms, like a raw form. So number 1, we can freeze it in the freezer. Very powerful because I go to Trader Joe's and I can buy organic frozen fruit, but it's expensive and I don't know where it comes from. If I freeze my own cherries, my own apricots, my own mulberries, and my own bananas, free, infinitely better, healthier, peak of ripeness, and the food is always changing its type throughout the year. Okay. Number 2 is dehydrating it, whether it's making your own kale chips, dehydrating your fruit, making your own sun-dried tomatoes. These things are very powerful because it can store in your house for years in the future, and when it's out of season, you're still eating dehydrated eggplant. Inside,
from your garden,
From your garden. And number 3, ferment the foods. I'm really into lately kimchi. I think that the kimchi I'm making at home is so badass. It's so good.
You got to try my kimchi, man.
Okay, I'll try it. But anything that you're making, whether it's even a breakfast or a lunch or a dinner, you can add kimchi to it. Your digestion gets better. Your health is better. It's a little spicy and delicious. It's a great addition. So learn how to ferment. Learn how to dehydrate. Learn how to freeze, and if you don't know how to do it, go on YouTube and figure it out.
Yeah, I have videos on all these ways to preserve food. And Jake, I'm gonna throw in one that you didn't mention: freeze drying. So that's an up and coming technology. Yeah. Hopefully this year I'm gonna get a freeze dry machine. I'm gonna show you guys how to make some crazy freeze dried stuff that stores even better than dehydrated or frozen. I mean, this is what the astronauts take to freaking Mars. Wait, we haven't been to Mars yet, huh?
It's coming.
All right, cool.
No, but seriously, I have moringa trees, and moringa is also one of my favorite trees to plant in the Phoenix area. The leaves of the trees and the seed pods, the drumsticks, and the flowers are all edible and highly nutritious. And I pick those moringa leaves off, dehydrate them outside, then bring them inside in the blender, make them into a powder, and now I have an all-natural, homegrown, vegan protein powder that's beyond any store-bought powder.
Awesome, yeah, and I mean, you could buy these things, moringa powders and stuff at the health food store if you're not growing your own moringa. But man, it's like $40 a pound. Jake does it. It is like he has unlimited supply for free $99.
I'm the Bill Gates of moringa right now.
All right. And yeah, you're selling the seeds too. People want to get those seeds, right?
They can go to jakemace.com. My wife does it, Pamela. She gives you a pack for like $4 of 25 seeds.
Cool.
And they have a 70 to 80% germination rate.
And if you don't plant them, you could eat them.
That's right. Or you can filter water.
Yeah, you can filter water. Yeah. So, all right, Jake. So that was number 3. How about way number 4?
So grow high density, nutrient dense foods in your garden. So like your dark leafy greens, okay, like your kales. Or your collard greens. Like John's all into, every other word out of John's mouth is tree kale and azomite and rock dust minerals. So put the rock dust in your soil and grow things like kale, ashitaba, grow your arugulas, grow the dark leafy greens that are expensive in the store like kohlrabi. Because when I those greens are not my favorite, to be honest. I tell folks...
Man, you gotta eat mine, man. They're way better than yours.
Okay. We'll have a taste contest coming up. Yeah. So, but seriously, like, I have a sweet tooth beyond anything that the earth has ever known, right? So I would prefer not to have to ever eat a vegetable again. That being said, I probably eat more vegetables than all of you watching. Because...
Not me.
Maybe not John Cole. But I know for a fact that if I eat that kale and that moringa and the ashitaba and all those dark leafy greens, the kohlrabi, the next day, my waist is slimmer, my six-pack is better, my recovery is better, my sleep is better, my skin looks really healthy. And when I teach a gardening class to 200 people, like the last one that was a week ago, and the ladies are stopping me and saying, "Why does your skin look so good?" It's the diet.
It's the fruit and vegetable glow, man.
It's true. It's true.
You got to eat these highly pigmented foods. You actually look better. I mean, I've seen white pasty people eating all these white processed foods. Those foods give you no antioxidants. All the antioxidants give us color. There's research studies on this, that you look more attractive if you eat more fruits and vegetables that are highly pigmented. So that's what I want you guys to do, especially if you guys are single. That's how I got my girl. Yeah. Oh my God. She's like, "Oh, you're so tan." I'm like, "It's all the fruits and vegetables."
Oh my God. That's awesome. It's true, probably, yeah.
No, that's totally true, man.
Because, you know, no matter how evolved we are as humans, we still are animals. And animals want animals who are healthy. You know?
I want a healthy animal.
Yeah.
So we can make babies. No. So Jake, as much as I agree with like growing greens are really good, how do you really eat a volume of them? Because I mean, most people might have like 1 or 2 leaves. They use parsley as a garnish on their plate and stuff. But how do you really start cranking in the greens to get to where you are today?
You know, I think disguising them is my secret, because I love strawberries, I love bananas, I love cherries, I love mulberries. I love blackberries. So make a smoothie of that and then put the kale and the arugula in the smoothie with the fruit, so that the fruits are the tasty part, but that the dark leafy greens like the moringa powder is in there in a proper ratio so that it still tastes great, but you're getting enough of it to make you healthy from the inside out.
That's awesome. Yeah, smoothies are great. And the other way, I really like to pound them in like I've been pounding in like a head of lettuce, a head of celery, and a handful of chard, maybe some parsley. I'll juice it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll juice all that stuff with like maybe 4 apples or 1 pineapple. I'll make like, you know, anywhere from 48 to 64 ounces of juice. And that's one meal. And more than half of that liquid content came out of my garden that I grew with my own 2 hands to get that nutrition into me, because hopefully that's one of the reasons why you guys are growing your food, because it's like one of my top reasons why I'm growing my food.
You know, I had this low RPM, very powerful omega juicer, and I found this website called discountjuicers.com that really shows you which juicer is best.
Yeah, I mean, I must give a disclaimer. I do sell juicers for a living and blenders, so if you need one, hey, please visit my website, discountjuicers.com. Also visit my associated YouTube channel, youtube.com/rawfoods, where I have comparisons of all the appliances so that you guys could make sure you get the right one.
It's priceless. I had the Jack LaLanne juicer, and you did a video comparing it to the Omega, and I saw John right there juice the same weight of carrots, and I saw how powerful the Omega was. So it was your videos are priceless for juicers.
Awesome. Thank you, Jake. So Jake, what's the last way you've been motivated to eat more foods from your garden, eat less processed crap, whether it's vegan or not?
The 5th way kind of has 2 parts. Number 1, it's vote with your dollars. Yeah. I think that voting in the voting booth is by far less important nowadays than voting with your money. So if you're going to go to a restaurant or a store and give them money for food, you're going to vote for them. You're empowering them. And if you put that money into your home and your garden, you're voting for you. So this is part 1. Part 2 of this is like subsection A and B. Okay, so A is vote with your dollars. B is grow foods in your front and backyard that the stores don't carry.
Yep.
And what I have, in my opinion, what I have discovered from my own scientific research is that stores do not carry foods that are important for your health. They carry foods that ship well.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
So the only reason why the oranges and apples and bananas that are those types are in the store because they ship amazingly.
And they store well so they don't lose their profits.
So when you grow at your house like figs and loquats, and when you grow apricots, these things have maybe like a 2 or 3 week
Mulberries.
period. Mulberries.
One day before the birds get them.
Before they're gone.
No, 2 seconds.
Exactly. So prune the tree so they're within reach. And grow those foods that the stores don't have, because when you're growing things that the stores don't carry, you're bringing a diversity of nutrients into your system, which is going to fuel your push-ups, it's going to fuel your punches, it's going to fuel your kicks, it's going to fuel whatever you do physically, it's going to fuel your gardening. And the stores do not have your best interest at heart, but you do, because you're the most important person to you. So grow those foods that are easily going bad, that have a short
shelf life
ripening period.
Yeah.
And then eat them quickly. Like now, immediately. And my favorites are like figs. I love figs. I love mulberries. I love any kind of stone fruit. I love apricots. I also love sapote. I'm growing sapote in my house too. It's amazing stuff.
Yeah, you'll get more different phytonutrients and phytochemicals in you, but more importantly, more unique and wonderful taste sensations that you've never experienced before by growing your food. Because if you just eat out of the grocery store your whole life, you're being limited on the foods that you guys get to eat.
Exactly. I'm with you. You're preaching to the choir.
All right, cool, Jake. Well, I'm glad you're on board, and I hope a lot of you guys out there who watch this are taking some of these suggestions to heart and going to start trying to make ways to eat more out of your garden instead of buying the stuff. I mean, all those ways. You're going to save money, buy some fruit trees, preserve your food so you can eat it when they're out of season. Excellent ways, Jake. And then you could come up and be like Jake too.
Because honestly, I'm the only vegan in my family. I'm the only one who's really eating for health and longevity. I have this weird goal in my life, and you guys might think I'm crazy, but I want, at some point, I want to be the oldest human alive for at least a minute. That would be a great life, like, how old, maybe 130? And for that 1 minute, I'm the oldest person on the planet, and then die. So I'm trying to invest in myself right now. Yeah, but it's my goal. I'm investing in myself now through exercise, meditation, diet, and seeing the world through hiking and traveling and doing it healthily and safely. But my family's not vegan, I am. People I work out with at the gym aren't vegan, I am. Martial artists aren't vegan, I am. Gardeners are not always vegan, I am. So I'm trying to do these activities around people that aren't necessarily health conscious, but I'm trying to remain a black sheep beacon of light, of health. And I can't tell you how many times that gardeners do go to fast food.
No, I know. I see it all the time at gardening shows and everything I go to, Jake. It makes me really sad because, people are suffering. And they're suffering by being overweight, having chronic health conditions, having acne, whatever.
Right.
It doesn't need to happen. And we just need to make small incremental changes. And even if you're not going to do this overnight, the bigger your garden gets, the more you're going to eat out of it, the more you can preserve the stuff, and the more you could edge out and squeeze out the other stuff. It's like squeezing out the middleman if you're one of those mobster dudes.
And surround yourself with people who are doing what you want. Like John Kohler is where I would love to get to in terms of eating 100% raw diet for how many years? Like over 20 years.
Yeah, 21 years now.
That's insane to me. Like the fact that he doesn't go to Chipotle is insane to me. You know what I mean?
Actually, you know what? Chipotle had a free guacamole coupon.
Did you do it?
So I went and got the guacamole. They're like, you don't want the chips? I'm like, no. Then I came home and dipped my vegetables in it.
That's awesome.
For my garden.
Maybe like slice up some beet chips.
Actually, I think I added extra avocado so it'd be less salty.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I do think that what John's doing is, for me is motivating, and I try to surround myself with people in person and on video who are doing things that I enjoy so that it rubs off on me. So thanks for your video.
Excellent. So watch people on YouTube that are doing what you're doing, and this will help motivate you guys along the way as well. So be sure to subscribe to Jake's channel. Jake, how does somebody get to your channel?
They can go to jakemace.com. They can Instagram me at Jake Mace Tai Chi, or my 2 channels are Shaolin Center or Vegan Athlete, but just search Jake Mace on YouTube.
Awesome, Jake. Well, thanks for being in the video today. Hope you guys, were helped out by this, and I really want you guys to start eating out of your garden. You will feel the benefits. You will reap the rewards the more you eat out of food you grow instead of the crap at the grocery store, vegan or not. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hey, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know. I'll be sure to have a lot more videos with Jake in there and visit him in Phoenix one of these days. Also, be sure to click that subscribe button right down below to be notified of my new and upcoming episodes I have coming out about every 3 to 4 days. Be sure to check my past episodes, over 1,100 episodes now. Teach you guys all aspects on how you guys could grow your own food at home. And be sure to share this video with other gardeners you guys think it could help. So anyways, once again, this is John Kohler with GrowingYourGreens.com. We'll see you next time. Until then, remember, keep on growing. All right, this is John Kohler with GrowingYourGreens.com. There's been another exciting episode for you. I'm still here in Austin, Texas, and today I have the pleasure of being at M.E. Cunningham School, and this is an elementary school